So good morning, good afternoon or good evening wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another edition of Lynch's Something for the Weekend. It's exciting, isn't it? Well, there it is. I hope you're having a good week. We certainly have. It's the end of our financial year this weekend. Finishes at the end of April. We're a month later than others because we wanted to stagger it when we had other businesses like the motorbike shop and all that lot. So end of the financial year this weekend. 1st of May, start all over again. So if you're looking for some bargains, check out our website because Tony's going to be doing some very favourable deals to get some extra pound notes in before our financial year ends. Now, I got a bit of a telling off last week because I had a little walk around of the store and I forgot probably the most important department of the lot. How I could forget, I've no idea, but I didn't realise till I went home. And I really put it down to the fact I'm still recovering from, you know what, and all the rest of it. So, which department? It's goods in dispatch. Goods in and dispatch. Follow me. You all know where it is because most of you've been here anyway. And here they are. Well, here's one of them, and where the pole's gone. So we're now in dispatch, and everything that comes in and out of this company comes through here. And my two guys here work feverishly to get everything booked in, include it and out, of course. So there's just a few boxes that get collected later. We have 3 or 4 collections a day from all manner of couriers. One in particular I think I like a lot because you get a time slot of when they're delivering or collecting all the rest of it. But there it is. I won't go into who I prefer. But what also comes in and out of this department is used equipment. Every week we're asking for used. When we purchase used, one of these guys will do a remote collection. If you've got the original box, we'll collect it. It comes into this department, gets booked in, and then it makes its way upstairs. So let's just show you the flow of what happens when you buy a used piece of kit from me and the boys, but more importantly all the different procedures it gets to before we sell it and it goes back out of the company again. So here we are on my left, and there's a load of trade-ins that are waiting to go into the workshop. So this little lot here is what's turned up today. It makes its way down here. You actually were here last week, and before Henry goes arse over what's it. So those products sit on a shelf here, and as it very clearly says there, trade-ins to be checked next. We do get through an awful lot of used kit. We always have done. In fact, I started the company on sale of returns, which I used to do in the early days. That was because I didn't have a huge pot of money to start my business, so you guys very kindly gave me the piece of kit. We earned a few quid on it and got it back out the door again. I'm pleased to say those years are long gone, so we can actually afford to purchase equipment. So it sits here, the guys in the workshop then get the wireless or accessory. Here's an example, good old FT-847. Isn't it a shame that Yaesu don't still make something like this? Or Kenwood, or Icom. The FT-847 that's coming as a trade-in. It doesn't cover 7.2 megs, of course. When they first came out, we could only get 7.1, so that's being modified to cover 7.2. It's then all checked. If it passes all the parameters, transmit, receive, sensitivity, it's booked back together. It then gets booked in on our DMS system that we use here, gets booked into there, and that product is then ready to go back downstairs for resale. Okay. There's some more guys in here. I think you've seen these guys before. You probably saw them last week. So it then makes its way back here. There's quite a bit of stuff coming, as you can see. It does keep 4 blokes busy every day. So when it's tested, it then gets onto these shelves. Here's the order sheets of where it's coming, either an outright purchase or a trade-in. That then gets picked up, goes back into the lift, back downstairs, gets cleaned, because they don't clean them in the workshop, gets cleaned by John JJ, as we call him, AKHS, or one of the other guys. It then gets photographed. So let's go downstairs. And then at the moment it gets laid down the floor here because we're waiting for a load of racking to go up in the corner, and it will all go into there. Once that's done, here's a piece of kit here, for example, 756 Pro III. There's the report sheet from the workshop upstairs with the works order, and that is waiting. John or Manu, who look after all this, they'll take some nice photographs of it, give a short description. It then gets put up onto the website. You see it, buy it, and it goes back out goods inwards again, or through dispatch rather. So that's it, that's the flow. You really have got peace of mind because we're doing it properly. No, we don't catch everything. Obviously, now and again bits slip through where we didn't see this or we didn't see that. But generally, when you purchase kit from me, you know it's been tested and checked. And in any event, you've got a full parts and labour warranty on it for a designated period of time, for 3 months to further, especially if it's a relatively new piece of equipment. Right, I think it's over to Tony, who's actually going to go through the used equipment with you now anyway. Have a lovely weekend, and over to Tony.
Okay, thank you for the handover, Martin. For those that don't know, I'm Tony, sales manager here at Martin Lynch & Sons, and I'm going to take you through some of the used equipment that Martin's been discussing. So, just an example of what will be listed this weekend. The guys are busy. Manu's really busy. Manu, you been busy today?
Yeah, very.
Very busy, that's what we like to hear. We've had a lot of used equipment in. Thankfully, we've got more engineers in now. So again, I'd like to apologise for any delays that there have been for the used equipment being processed, etc. through the workshop, but it is being done now, and one of you will recognise these items because you've just been paid for them. But got some lovely goods here. Now with the retro goods, often they either go into faulty finds, etc. once they're tested, if they're found to be faulty. However, every now and then we do find some gems that we are happy to put a warranty on, such as this little AOR AR3000, all fully boxed, and there will be a price on the website by the time this video goes live. Lovely little FTdx1200 as well, in beautiful condition, and as the big man said, all tested through the workshop with a warranty, so you know you're not going to have any issues. It's not going to be like buying from a junk sale, etc. Got one of these in as well. Now here is a blast from the past, and what beautiful condition this is. So this will be going live on the website as well. Original Yaesu microphone. I'm not too sure, maybe he was a bit of a CW man, because he's, you know, there's not much markings on there at all. So he's done a great job there underneath as well. And yeah, it's real time warp this is. So that'll be going along. I believe this is probably about as old as me as well, so I was told today. Okay, moving along. We've got a lovely ICR-7000 receiver, and we've got the TV part for this as well. So that will be going live on our website, again boxed as well and in beautiful condition. And like I've said to you many times before, if you are selling used equipment or you're buying equipment that's new, keep hold of the boxes and look after your items. You know, maybe buy a prism cover, etc. for it, and just keep it in good condition, and you'll get good money back on it as well. Moving across, nice little Trio, and we all love Trio. AT-230, again in beautiful condition. Let's just pick this up for you as well so you can see the rear. There we go, multiple ins and outs, even if you're running a long wire. And you know, there's a fair little bits of marks, but then again, if you were this age, I'm sure you'd have a few wears and tears. But yeah, absolutely beautiful. So let's put that on there. And that's sitting on top of a TS-790E. Now this one does have the UT10 as well, which is the 23 SEMS functionality. And again, absolutely beautiful. And these haven't actually been through to be cleaned yet, so I'm giving you a bit of a preview with these. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful. 756 Pro III. Again, all fully tested in the workshop. And I say this many times, I remember these being advertised by Martin a few years back, and they were around £1,600 or so new. And that was on a very special offer. So great savings on those, normally around about £1,000 or so from us, but check the website for the actual pricing. Right, if you want to follow me, Henry, and I will hide the glare from behind for you. Okay, so along here we've got a Kenwood TS-590S at 799. As with, I don't know why, but as with these 590s and the Kenwood finishing, they do mark up a little bit on the top. However, at 799, great radio, HF and 6 meters, very simple to operate, and USB sockets on the rear as well. So if you want to do your digital modes, FT8, etc., it is very, very easy. Now, next to that is some B stock. And as we're coming up to the end of the month here, and just before the bank holidays, what we're going to do for, well, I'll tell you what, I was going to do it from May, but we'll run it from now, is we're going to go back to Tony's 2. So if you use the code Tony2, you'll get 2% off of any of our B stock equipment. So again, you'll get another saving on top of the original saving that we've already placed on the B stock equipment. All comes with full manufacturer's warranty, and bar, you know, a couple of bags being opened, etc., they are as new. So moving along, I did tell you to look out for the 950S, and I've got a man coming all the way from the Middle East for this one. So this one has been sold now. You've missed out on that, I'm afraid. And I keep telling you that if you see it and you like it, buy it. It's not going to hang around. Going back to retro again, little FT-920. Had a few guys interested in this one. Again, really nice condition at 699. Next to that, if you're running an ACOM automatic linear, such as say the Icom 700, Icom 1200 for example, then we've got the new version of the tuner there, the 06 AT, which is 1.8 through to 54 megs, so top band through to 6 meters. And I'll show the rear of that as well. There we go, so you've got your multiple antenna sockets on the rear. And these are a great unit if you want a fully automated linear and tuner setup. Next to that, Kenwood's TS-990S. Now this one is collection only. I don't have the original box for this one, but it is in beautiful condition as you can see. Still with the scabs on the front. And at over £6,000 brand new, that is a great saving. And I kind of keep dragging it on and on and on, but if you still use the code USED5, then you'll get 5% off of that as well. So huge saving, and if you do have to travel down, it is going to go towards your fuel. Seeing as it's a bank holiday weekend as well, if you're really interested in sort of anything over about £2,000 or so, give the guys a call. I won't be here, but I will be available on phone for them to call me just in case if you want a really special price. Basically, let's see what we can get gone by Saturday. So let's have a little competition between us, see what we can clear out of these larger radios by Saturday. And you never know, I might kind of push that discount from 5 to, you know, maybe 6, 7, 8, etc. We'll see, but call the guys if you want to get a real special offer on used equipment, especially the larger stuff. Okay, next to that, Icom IC-7700, previously owned by one of our engineers. So absolutely tip-top working condition, regularly serviced by him as well. And that's up at 2,999. Again, don't forget that 5% off. Next to that, the IC-7610, great radio if you want to operate remote, really simple to operate. If you've got a 7300, this is a great way to go into a larger radio, because everything you do on the 7300 you could basically go on and just operate straight away. The menu systems are exactly the same. Coming across to Yaesu's FT-950, you know, nice starter radio, great radio if you're running your shack in the shed and you don't want anything that's too pretty with a colour display, etc. Then 950 is worth looking at. HF and 6 meters, 100 watts on those bands. Palstar AT-2KD, that's the roller inductor tuner, which is 2 kilowatts from Palstar. Got a DX1200 at 799. I'll tell you what, that's an absolutely cracking price. Looking at the price of that 950 and the price of the 1200, we may have made a mistake there. So I'd say if you're after a 1200, Get in there quick. Now I've put it on video, I can't really change it, so I'd say get in quick and grab that, especially with the discount on top. Yaesu FT-891, HF and 6 meters mobile. As I said before, great DSP on these as well, and noise reduction, which is really handy nowadays if you're driving around in noisy environments. Next to that, little FT-7900 2 and 70 sems. That's, if I think it's 40 or 50 watts output on those, so great if you're running simplex in the car. Lovely 706 Mark II. That's absolute classic. Oh, and it's got a bracket with it as well, which is always nice. Looks as if there's no box. Yeah, no box with that one, but it is, yep, it's in very good condition. FT-991a, HF6 270 and C4 FM, as you all know. Always been a great seller, the 991a, since it's come out. And a great shack in the box. Next to that, another little 891. Got a few of those in, so again, if you're looking for a HF mobile solution, something to maybe run with an ATAS, which I will say with the ATASs, I've got very limited stock left. Near enough sold out on the full shipment that arrived last week. Above that, FT-710, so that's a current radio. Lovely condition, comes with the speaker as well attached, and you can run the AESS audio system. And that's at 979, obviously less than 5%, so under £1,000 for a current radio. Amazing saver. Going along, 450Ds, as we said before, we've got a couple of 450Ds in there. Got an original 450 up the top, which is going to be priced soon. If you're looking for a cheap linear, BLA 300, remember with the RM, do not overdrive. That's my little Tony's tip for the day. Next to that, a lovely FRG 8800 receiver. No box on this one, but we can see what we can do about shipping. It shouldn't be a problem, it's not too heavy. But again, you know, beautiful condition there. Another little 450, another 450 over the side there. And then we've got this lovely Yaesu FT-1000MP Mark V. Nice bit of retro for you. Obviously with the FP29 power supply as well. So that's absolutely beautiful. These are lovely sounding radios, they really are. Got a couple of little, no, that's rubbing off. I was going to say it's got a couple of little marks there, and just a little bit there. I think it's just a little bit of wear on the plastic there, but it is very nice. And again, discount code, get that price down. Moving across, Icom IC-718, that's under £400. Real simple radio to use, no FM on these radios, so be aware of that. But they're very basic, ideal if you want to travel around, you know, stick it in the caravan, etc. for the summer. You will need an ATU if you're not running resonant antennas with these. Nice little Tarren power supply if you want a little 2 amp power supply, £20. That's very cheap, isn't it? £20. Oh, I didn't think we sold stuff that cheap. Right, moving across, 259C from MFJ. Nice and simple antenna analyzer. So plug it in, switch the band you want, bit of RF, goes out, and twiddle that and away you go. Okay. Now we looked at this stuff last time, so I'm not going to go into details on this, but basically we've got a Whistler desktop scanner, we've got an SM30 microphone if you've got a 7300 or 7610, for example, 480 SAT, alongside a FP30. If you've got an 897, these are really hard to get hold of lately, I'll be honest with you. I probably only see one of these every 2 or 3 months now. So this is the built-in power supply for the 897. You remove the bottom of your 897, pop this in there. As you can see in the back, it goes into your connection there, and then you run the lead straight out into the mains, and you can switch on and off there, and that stays bolted in as well, so that great all-in-one solution. All you have to remember to take is a tuner normally. So that's there. Nice little Alinco DM-30 at £79, and that's a lovely little power supply. I should have bought that really. That would have gone well with the 705. Okay, below that, Flex's 6600 SDR transceiver. So it gives you a total of 4 slices on receive, so which is great if you're doing FT8. There's some clever guys out there that are linking it out with remote cables, etc., and they're keeping it on 4 bands at once basically. So Flex 6600, great remote option as well, and if you're into SDR, can't really go wrong with that. Below that, a little 1.5K FA. Hopefully it's not too dark, I'm going to have to get some lights in. SP's 1.5 kilowatt linear, fully automatic, built-in ATU, and very, very hard to get hold of new. So again, comes with a full warranty from us, and obviously we deal with SPE direct anyway if there's any issues. Next to that, IC-910HX, so 2 meters, 70 sems and 23 sems, and that's 100 watts on 2 meters. And then we've got a lovely Palstar AT-2K. Let's get out of the way for you there, Henry. And they're a great tuner. Okay, all right, moving across. Who wants a 101? Yaesu's current FTdx101D, so it's the 100 watt version. Filters, etc. are all still available, so if you want any of the additional filters fitted, because they do need to actually be done onto the board, give us a call beforehand and we can do you a really good price for a set of filters for this, and variable tuning as well. It's not a problem for us to get fitted in the workshop, as we keep telling you, Yaesu's only approved dealer workshop direct, so we can get that done here. We won't charge you any extra for getting it fitted. Moving across, HF Outtro, 1500 watts, automatic tuner, that nice Palstar quality, and believe it or not, got another 990S. So up at 4999, again, don't forget your discount codes, and don't forget, because I'm feeling a little bit crazy today, if you give the guys a call either today, Friday, or on Saturday, we may be able to push that discount a little bit further for you, but you do need to call, and it does need to be by Saturday. This one is boxed, so it means I can ship this one worldwide. So if you're looking at buying a 990S and you want it shipped down, you live a little bit too far, because I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I live too far to come down to the store. Cool. I want to see this gone by Saturday, so I will offer you a really, really good deal. Really good deal. Moving across from that, lovely little MC-90, which will go with the TS-990. And there is an SP-990 somewhere hiding, which I think they're still processing at the moment. Oh no, it's around here, Hen. So we go around here. So matching speaker as well, SP-990. So let's have a quick add up of that. So we're looking at 552. So yeah, £5,400 for a TS-990 with the MC-90 and the SP-990. So it's good saving. It's £6,000 plus for a new one, which we have there, which is just the radio with a fist mic. So if you're watching this and it's Friday or Saturday before, what time? 4:30 we close on the Saturday. So if you're watching this before those times and you ring in, I'm going to give you 7.5% off without even asking the guys. So you can just ring up, place the order, you'll get 7.5% off straight away on that full lineup. So if you buy all of those items, 7.5% straight off. Right, have we got any other items that look of interest that we can show? So we've seen some of those already, we've seen some of those. Nice little noise bridge here for some of you SOTA guys, etc. £59. Thank you G4 SDC for trading this in. There we go. And we've got one of these big stock. And I did say that I was going to open this up on one of the previous videos. CD14. I'm not going to get it all out now. No, I can't. It's been in there so long, I can't. You're going to have to buy it if you want to look at this. BHI dual line again. And MFJ259D tuner. Right, we're going to leave it there. I've got some more work to do, ready to prepare for the bank holiday sales, etc. Keep an eye open on the website, because there's going to be a lot of offers, because obviously we've got 3 bank holidays coming up. all of those that are going to coronation parties, etc. and everything, all of the deals will be available online, so you're not going to miss out on any of the deals. But as I said, this weekend up until 4:30 Saturday, on any of these used items, give the guys a call. I'm going to do some real special deals, but it's only until Saturday, end of play. Okay, have a good weekend, see you soon.